to go over a mid game, which I'm happy to do. This is JD Patiro. It is a Kassadin game. He is gold 1. Seems like he plays a lot of Kassadin. Score for this game was 5-6-2, and he wanted me to basically look at it from the perspective of assisting his jungler. So we'll do that right now. Let me quickly switch to in-game. Okay. So the first thing I want to comment on, I say this in quite a lot of videos, but I want to say it to you individually. You want to buy your items and immediately leave base. You do not want to be sitting around in base because you have an opportunity cost here, okay? The opportunity cost is, instead of being somewhere useful where you can engage the enemy potentially, or more importantly, get vision and stop the enemy from invading, instead you're in a position where you're not going to achieve that, okay? It's 23 seconds into the game. You should already be at this turret at this point, essentially, right? I don't know why you're waiting here. It happens a lot, low relay games, people do this. If you're playing, play, okay? Buy your items, immediately leave. The speed shrine kind of is a little bit forgiving because it means the invades aren't quite as potent as they used to be for people who leave lane late. Okay, this is a bad position to stand. There's no reason for you to be standing here. You should be providing your team with information. You're not giving them any information here. Okay? Alright, this area is already covered, so go and stand here. I mean, you've got a Shaco jungle. Shaco gets invaded in his jungle, level 1, it's going to be really, really rough. You should be grouping with your team. You should already be expecting this invade. The fact that Zed's here on his turret, he's just messing around, right? If Zed's with his team, and this is a 4v5, your team is really screwed. It's even going to be a 3v5 because Yasuo's top. Yasuo's doing exactly the same thing. This is a common recurring theme that I see in very, very low elo games. I think I'm going to do a whole video on this at one point about like opening theory and how it's quite similar to chess. League of Legends is exactly the same. People need to work on their opening theory in this game. You're not providing a team with utility here. You could potentially go and stand here. You could potentially come and stand over with your team here. Or, at the very start of the game, what you could have done is you could have gone down to this brush. This is more Janna and Jin's job, but you could have run down and you could have stood here. What I do at the start of most of my games is ping this brush here, I ping this entrance here, and I ping here. That is where I want my teammates to stand. Those 3 entrances, that's all I care about, right? Very unlikely a team's going to invade up here and come down this way. Very, very unlikely. Maybe in 0.1% of games would that happen below diamond level. So, be really, really intelligent about how you start the game. And this is such an easy change to make. This will improve your gameplay, 100%. And this requires no mechanics, this requires no special knowledge. All this requires is you buy your items within 15 seconds of the game starting, and you run out and you stand somewhere. Not at your turret. You're not providing your team information. Alright, anyway. 2 minutes of me complaining about that over. If you ward here, I'm going to be very, very angry. Okay, it's good that you go and transition to this part. It's probably a bit late, and at that point... Sorry, Jesus. I hope that doesn't come through too loud. At that point, I just ate something spicy, so that's why my... Right. At that point, when you come out through here and it's 40 seconds in, that's bad, okay? This sounds really silly, but that's bad, because if the team's here stacked as 5, it's unlikely that's going to happen, but if the team's here stacked as 5, you're now dead, okay? So that's why at the very start of the game you need to make this decision, right? Heading into this brush on your team at 30 seconds is very different to stepping into this brush for your team at 40 seconds. And I think you're about to see Janna make a mistake. If this team was smart and they stayed grouped, this would be a very, very different situation. Janna might die here. Okay, no. So yeah, level 1. That's how you can help your jungler. Okay? This ward here, this is good that you spotted this ward. That ward there, that's not a bad ward. I'm okay with that. I think that's a smart ward. I'll give that to you. That's okay. You're getting shoved in way too hard here, and you're just last hitting. You need to be more aggressive. Zed's damage level 1 is not going to hurt you. Walk up. You're missing these creeps. You missed that creep. Okay. So one thing I want you to do after this game, right, after you watch this replay and how I want to improve, I want you to go to official Dopa's official YouTube channel. I want you to search his page for Kassadin, and I guarantee you he will probably have at least 2 videos of him playing against a Zed as Kassadin, and you'll be able to see how he plays the lane. Because right now, Zed got all of his CS, and you're missing 2 CS. He's He's 60 gold up on you. If this happens for a long time, you're going to be out of gold. And the thing is, if your jungler gets caught up in a situation where he needs your assistance, you're not going to be able to help. Or if you do help, you're going to lose a lot of gold. Don't get bullied around by Zed early. Alright? You can take a Q, dude. It's fine. You've got teleport. He's got ignite. Alright? Level 5, level 6, okay, you need to start thinking about playing a little bit conservatively. Alright? Don't get bullied like this at all. I don't know if you're meant to take electrocute on Kassadin. I know that Dopa sometimes goes Grasp. I think Grasp isn't interesting, especially because he's melee. So you may want to get Grasp on Kassadin. It's a bit of a higher level, higher intelligent gameplay. Like, it's not... It's tough to say, but certainly don't get pushed in like this. This is not good. You're just burning mana. I think you can walk up and auto attack here. You have to remember the relative strength of creeps and how he doesn't want to trade with you. Okay, you didn't need to use mana there to kill that creep. Again, walk up, you're playing too passively. Alright, with the gank, you play too passively on this gank as well. Your Shaco kind of messed up a little bit. Alright, that's good. Back immediately. Right, now do not attack this minion. Please do not attack this big cannon minion. Here's why. This lane, you can freeze it here, okay? You've got a cannon, right? The cannon is more healthy than yours, only slightly, doesn't make too much of a difference. But you've got these two creeps that are much more healthy than these two creeps. You can freeze the lane here. Zed is chunked. He has to go back in base. You can free farm, and you can freeze the lane in a really nice position for you. And this CS differential will hopefully be recovered. Let's see what you do. Okay, walk up here. Right. This minion is about to die. You know this minion is about to die. Look how low Zed is. He can't trade with you. You'll kill him. Right? At least I'm 90% sure. Or you can at least bully him. Okay? You should be popping your pots here, I think. I think you should be trying to get full health. I think this is a bad decision. You should have been popping your health, and you should be using your health advantage here to zone Zed. He's gonna want to stand here. He's gonna want to Q that creep and get the gold. You want to stop him from doing that. You want to bully him. Your minion's not going to die. This minion's not going to die for ages. So you're not going to miss out on the gold. You're not going to miss out on it, are you? So walk up. You're playing way too passively here. Shaco just ganked for you, right? Shaco just chunked this guy's health. You need to realize, right, that that's what a jungle does. Jungle just doesn't come and just kill lanes. If this game was just about killing, then we wouldn't play the champions that we play, right? You can get advantages other ways. And this guy's given you a huge advantage. If you were if you were in a diamond level game right here, this Zed would be forced to back because the mid laner would know 100% what they need to do in this situation. Walk up here, don't let him get this creep. You just gave him 60 gold for free. Why? Pop your pot, walk up. Start punishing him. You're too late on this pot. You need to be more aggressive. You win this part. Auto attack these creeps. Don't use your mana. Your jungler has done his job here. Zed has just used his shadow. You can be aggressive here. Okay? Yeah, you're still using mana to farm. I don't think this is great. You reset your W so you can get the last hit. That's good. Auto attack. Push up a little bit more. He's got to be scared of Shaco. You can't let him be this aggressive. It's level 4 Zed. He's not that potent. Your CSing isn't terrible, but look now, you're on no mana. Now Zed can control the lane because you've used your mana ineffectively. Alright, let's a little bit quicker. Your lane's shoving back, right? You've got a majority of minions. Here's what you want to do in this situation. You want to push this lane as hard as possible and then go back and buy. That's what I would do. Because you haven't got much mana. You can't stick around for much longer. So go and get your Catalyst or whatever you meant to build on Kassadin. Start shoving, start auto-attacking. If Zed tries to trade with you here, right? If he tries to hurt you, you've got your minions. They're going to assist. And Shaco's ganking. You're playing too conservatively. And you haven't got the mana to respond to the gank. You've got QEW. Your E doesn't cost mana though, does it? Oh, it does cost mana. Oh, it should W doesn't cost mana, right? That's right. So, just walk up here, man. You're playing way too conservatively. Shaco's coming for this gank. Watch your jungler. You silence him here. Maybe he doesn't get to Shadow. Maybe the fear gets off. Maybe he's low on health. Again, he just gets a big creep for free. See, look how much you can punish him here. Be a bully. You got electrocute. Use your electrocute. Alright, electrocute's still good to go. I think you've been scarred by too many level 6 Zeds really, really attacking you aggressively. and that's why you're playing so conservatively here. Your jungler's ganked twice and he's given you 2 good advantages, but you're not taking advantage of it. Me as a jungler, I don't like to see my lanes doing this. You should know how to bully in this situation. Your Kassadin, okay, you're not great pre-6, but it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, here backing is fine. You want to back out of vision though, because you've just stalled. He's just stalled you. I probably don't teleport in here. I let Shaco pick up the loose farm. It's probably a waste of your teleport. It's not a huge deal, but... Look at the CS difference now. Like, let's have a look at this in gold. You haven't died yet, and you're probably like, hey, at least I haven't died. Look at the gold difference. 1,500, or like 1,600. So he's 400 gold to the advantage. He's got a first blood on you, just in creeps. You know when you get first blood and you feel really good, and that gives you a really, really, really big boost and advantage? He's got first blood on you, dude. That's how much those minions are worth. Look, he's only, what? 18 creeps up. That's 400 gold. You have to play it a bit careful here, because he's 6. As soon as he shadows, though, you can play a little bit more offensively. Wasting mana. Right. Yeah, you want... So, last thing on turret, you want to auto-attack. If you can't hit it and kill it straight away, auto-attack, let the turret hit, and then auto-attack after. Your minions aren't going to mess it up, because they're not here yet. And I'd be auto-attacking this back creep as well. Just burning through mana. No reason. Your jungle is like playing pretty well this game, dude. I think you're letting him down. It's good that you're pinging this, but you need to shove out this wave now. Okay? As soon as you know Zed goes bot, you're rift walking on these minions. That's good. Attack. Shove this. Shove, shove, shove. Auto, 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 auto. Come on, let's go. Shove it. Good. Keep shoving. Roaming here with 400 mana, it's not the end of the world, but I think you can push a little bit harder. Maybe I pick up this fruit. You didn't know that Graves was going to be here, but I'm probably picking up this fruit. It's probably be a good rift walk here. Hopefully you can pick up Ashe. I'd be going on Ashe here. Ooh, she's going to die to minions. Okay, really bad flash. Absolutely no reason to flash, and you mess it up. Okay? Instant replay. Have a look at the situation, dude. Right? Ashe just takes loads of turret hits. Okay? You rift walk over. She's going to be auto-attacking you, and she has 6 full creeps hitting her. Okay? Look how low she is here. As soon as you hit that, you know she's going to die to the creeps. 100% she's going to die to the creeps. Look. Arrow. Look at her health go down, right? 35, 36, 32. 11. Like, it's not even your auto attack. Like, she's going to die to this wave here. So you shouldn't flash here. You messed up the flash, and you shouldn't have flashed anyway. Now get these minions. That's what you need to focus on. Good. Q. That's good. Auto attack. Alright, that works too. Now back. Immediately back. Good. You're back in this game now. Look at the gold. Okay, 2.6 against 2.7. Exactly equal. 2 rift walks is fine, but I don't want to see you use a third one. Too much mana. Okay, that's good. That's good. He's stuck around. Be aggressive here. If he gets this cannon creep, I'm going to be so annoyed. Alright, he doesn't. Shaco forces him away. Now shove this lane. Don't try and freeze it. Your lane's going to push anyway, alright? You've got the minion advantage. You want to push this lane as quickly as possible so that you so that this creep here dies to this turret. And all of these creeps dies to this turret. When you're wasting time and you're not pushing, that's bad for you. Because you're still in vision. Okay? You're still in vision here as well. That's something else people don't realize. This bot lane knows that you're here. Victor knows that you're here. If you shove out this lane, they've got no idea where you are. They have to play safe, right? You can go and roam and get a kill up on Victor here. If you really wanted to. Right? If you shove this out quick enough. I don't think you need to hit your refillable here, seeing as you're pretty much on full health. Just shove out the turret. Come on. Shove. I'm probably rift walking here to kill these two, to get the turret aggroed onto the creeps. This is fine. Rift walk here. Good. Now go walk top. This isn't awful. This isn't a terrible play, actually. I don't mind this at all. It's decent gold. Alright, I'll let you off there. This is actually a good play, I'll tell you why, because your Shaco's getting Drake. What I'm hoping that you don't do in this situation is, like, go and walk over here in a second and then just back. If you're going to do anything, you want to be walking down towards here so you can back up Shaco if bot lane comes and there's a fight. Right? Because Zed will then have to give up minions. Alright. Let's drag for you. Alright, a bit scrappy. Right. Here's something I should have mentioned a lot sooner. You want to help your jungler, right? This is what you basically said in the thread. You're sitting on 2 vision score with 2 wards in your inventory. What are you doing? Like, your jungler just got his blue buff stolen. That's potentially your blue buff. You just got your blue buff stolen. And you're sitting on 2 wards. You've got 2 vision score. Your jungler's got 10 vision score. You have the lowest vision score by half. Only Victor's equal. Right? Back in this, like, let's go back a minute or so. After we do all this nonsense here. When is it? I can't even remember. Alright, no, this isn't far back enough. Alright. So when we go back to, like, this position. You know this scuttler's up as well, right? So you should be looking on your map. There's a scuttler. I think I could probably get vision on Graves here. Graves would probably rotate over here. If this is me, I'm definitely rotating over here. Here's why. Shaco's just got Dragon. I've just seen that Shaco's got Dragon. I'm going to be invading here immediately to try and recoup some of the damage that's just been afforded to my team, right? So when Zed got sent back just prior here, here's what you do in this situation, right? Knowing the situation. Shaco on Dragon, right? No idea where Graves is. Your blue buff up and your Sculler up. You've got nothing else to gain here after you get this first proc, okay? When you start walking back here, walk over here, ward pixel brush, walk back around down through to here. You will lose no creeps, and you will get a really good ward off. Because you're not even cooking your wards. You're not even waiting for a ward to come up. You're sitting on 2. You can't recharge any more than here. It's like being on Teemo and you're sitting on 3 mushrooms, man. Use your wards. Especially with a pink. Why aren't you pinking somewhere? You can pink here. You can pink here. You can pink here. You know? Because you've just been standing here for 30 seconds. Again, you love this turret, man. You did it at level 1 as well. So look, your blue buff just gets taken. Graves just takes this blue buff. It's free. And then he gets the Scuttler as well. Make a decision. Okay, go by. Good. Right. Back like a minute ago, you needed to make a decision. You were like sitting here. I hate when mid laners do this. They don't know. Or do I push the lane? Or do I go and counter the gank? Or do I push that? And like you kind of go back and forth. Make a decision. Right? it wasn't a bad decision to go top, like, necessarily. You could have maybe played it a little bit better. I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about the macro decision. You either push mid. I'm probably pushing mid here. Here's why. No first turret has gone down. Your turrets are 5-5-4. Their turrets are 4-3. This one's almost gone, so I guess it's not the end of the world, right? But you could defend... When Zed goes top here, right? If your Shaco and Victor can live, you can get first turret. That's a hell of a lot of gold. And you're getting all the bounty stacks as well from lowering it below the thresholds. Like, again, you're not using anything here, man. Like, you're just walking around aimlessly, right? Zed kills your pink ward. Well, what are you doing? Are you gonna go push mid? You see this fight going off here. Shaco, you need to push mid here, man. 100% you need to push mid there. Get rid of this creep. You've just given up a cannon minion. It's just like 80 gold that you've just given up just to stand here randomly. Zed's still doing this like fighting bullshit. You've missed the cannon. You haven't shoved this out efficiently. You haven't got any damage on here. If this is me, I'm shoving these minions. I'm standing on this side of the turret because I know Zed and Graves on this side of the turret. And if they come up through here, I'm just going to walk here and rift walk over here. And then I'm just going to walk up through here and rift walk over here. And then I'm going to walk around here and I'm going to rift walk over here to the safety of this turret if they decide to chase me. At which point their mid turret is just going to burn so many creeps, they'll be like 400 gold down just for that one play. It's okay for you to go for that play, I don't mind that too much. I'm not going to analyse it too harshly. This is a waste of time. You're sitting here for like a minute and you're not sure what you're doing. Are you defending this turret or not? I mean, the problem here is that you rift walk and you don't hit him with it, okay? Like, look at this. You're charging up your rift walk, that's great. He's shadowed here, so you know he doesn't have his shadow up. He doesn't have any cooldowns right now. And now Zed misplays. Zed should know he's completely safe here. He should just get this turret.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So yeah, I'd say you probably sit on wards for too long. I don't think Archangel Staff is the best first item for Kassadin. Let's have a quick... I think I've like discussed enough here of like how you've kind of not taken advantage of your jungler's position. And I don't want you to think like you've made some okay decisions here, but there's lots of things that you need to improve on in terms of your macro-orientated decision making. And one of the biggest things at lower elos that people don't understand is that if someone in your if your lane roams, right, you want to shove your lane. Unless it's in a really good freeze position and you know you can zone, you want to shove your lane, you want to get rid of your creeps into the turret so they lose that gold, they lose that XP. And if the kill isn't successful, then that's great. It's the same as me, right? If I see the enemy jungler going for a gank top, I want my lane to stay alive, and if they stay alive, I don't fucking care how long that guy has to sit in a 2v1 lane. Because I'll just invade the jungle, and I'll just steal, and I'll just get other objectives. I'll go to Dragon. You know? These kinds of things are really, really important for laners to realize from a jungler's perspective. You need to be taking advantages where I give you advantages. The biggest misplay, I think, for you was around level 3-4, where you didn't zone Zed from the cannon minion. That this all snowballs, right? Even at this position, you're not necessarily behind that much, but you made a lot of bad decisions, like here, walking backwards and forwards. You didn't think critically, okay, what can I do to actually open this game up? And you could have gotten this turret so many times. I think you could have pushed, got this turret, or really pressured it and made Zed think, hey, I can't actually roam anymore because this Kassadin will get the turret, right? So I think 17 minutes. I think I've done enough there. What I want to do quickly is just jump into op.gg. And I recommend everybody does this. No matter what elo you are, you can always do this to see what's going right and what's going wrong for you. So if we go to op.gg, let's bring up the full screen. We go to champions, and we go Kassadin, and then we go items. You always go Rod first, right? That's what you see in this game. Rod of Ages is always built in these core builds. Okay? Always, always, always. Seraphs, okay, yeah, that's common. You can get the component part. That's fine. I'm okay with you getting tier. That's acceptable. But I think by and large, most games, Rod of Ages, you're going to want to get Catalyst as your first part. Especially against Zed. Because the extra health there with your Tarbis is going to mean that he can't all-in you necessarily. And it just gives you the sustain in lane, and you want to build this as soon as possible. You not building Rod, like, really, really adversely affects your chances of winning. And you need this as soon as possible, right? Because it stacks. How long does it take to stack? 1 per minute. So it takes you 10 minutes to stack this up to full item efficiency. So I think you should have got Rod before you got Seraphs, especially because it wasn't even stacked. So the upgrade version of Starax with the shield wasn't good enough. The health on Rod would have been much more useful for you. Like, I haven't even really explored too much of the game from this point onward. Your jungler hasn't really played terribly, but he gave you advantages that you didn't take advantage of, and that's very, very bad. So always punish your lane. Always, always, always punish your lane. Whatever they do, punish them. Okay? And if you can't punish them, well, then you need to get into a position where you can punish them. Because there were so many situations here where I'm like, you should be standing here, you should be positioning here, you should be pushing here, you should be making a decision here, and wards as well, man. Like, you had two vision score at like 10 minutes into the game. It's unacceptable. Put your wards down. It helps your jungler, right? Because if your jungler gets counter ganked or something, that's really bad for both of you, right? If he gets counter jungled, that's really bad. If you're just giving up these blue buffs, how much better would this game have been if you had blue buff, right? Maybe you could have stacked this a little bit sooner. The gold, the XP, all the rest of it, you just gave that up to Graves because you didn't ward, and you just didn't, you know, I mean, that's a higher level decision-making process, so I can't always fault you for that, but at least put a ward down somewhere. At least be somewhat smart. Graves didn't come mid once to gank you in 17 minutes of this game. Shaco came like 2 or 3 times, I think. You should be converting this game into a victory. And I do, honestly, last thing I'll recommend, go to Dopa's Facebook page. In the Reddit comment, I'll put the videos, and you can go and watch those, and you can see what I'm talking about. Dopa will show you how to play this lane. And you'll be thinking to yourself, wow, okay, that's what I need to do in this situation. That's what I need to do in this situation. By and large, most of the time, he's not afraid to push up a little bit, and I don't think he goes Electrocute. I think he goes Grasp. And it's pretty good on Kassadin. It's pretty good combo. Anyway, I hope that was useful, man. I'm not a mid laner, but I can definitely see that there are some improvements you can make to your mid lane gameplay. All right, peace and love.